My name is David from the Gold Coast and welcome to this presentation tonight. Thanks for being here if you're watching live or you're watching the recording. And tonight we're going to be talking about our three-step formula and a way for you to create an impact in your life and change your life and really go after your dreams. A lot of people would be here because they've been invited by someone because they're interested in changing their life. They're interested in having more time, more money, more freedom, and whatever that is for you, welcome to you. And I'm going to be going through a series of slides tonight and be talking about how we could possibly help you in 2024 and beyond. So a huge welcome to everyone watching, and let's get on with the presentation. So first of all, my name is David, as I said, and I'm from the Gold Coast, originally from Adelaide, South Australia. I moved here 10 years ago, and I absolutely love where I live. I love Queensland. And one of the best things about moving here is that I love being able to spend time in summer on the water, as you can see there, picture of me. And in winter, I love to go and travel and go camping and things like that. And I also love to travel and take adventures around the world. So that's a little bit about me, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. So just so you know who's doing the presentation tonight. A couple of little photos there of myself. The lady in the top left-hand corner was the lady that first got me interested, I suppose, in this opportunity in business, and that was 6.5 years ago. And she was actually homeless at the time when she first started, and now she's one of the best coaches online, and also become very wealthy through what we're about to share with you. Some other pictures are there, just some of me traveling and my family. I've been to many places around the world. I know a lot of people love travel and want to travel more. I certainly love to travel. Travel is one of my things I love to. I love getting on a plane. That feeling when you get on a plane, I don't know about you guys, but you get on the plane and you feel like you're really rich. Maybe because I grew up poor, but every time I get on board my ticket, I feel like I've won the lottery. I love traveling. I've traveled to, I don't know, maybe 12, 13, 14 countries. Can't remember, but I've been on lots of flights. And one of the things about what I'm about to share with you is that this would never have happened if I hadn't seen what I'm about to share with you guys. So some other success stories, people like Shanara, for example, who is a mum of some young kids, and she was working very hard. She's in New Zealand, and she's now bought her own house, bought a new car. She's retired her husband from her job, and all because she looked at the information I'm about to share with you guys. And Clinton Christie, the lady I mentioned before, she was living in a car, homeless. Crazy story, and she changed her life completely in the last 6.5 years, all by doing what we're about to share with you, which is amazing. Also some other great success stories, and later on I'll be bringing out some people to share their success stories as well. So let's just get straight into it, and let's talk about the three-step formula, because there's so many things you can do online, which I'll talk about, but it comes down to three things, and that is 1, 2, 3, find something to sell. Like if you're going to start a business, you've got to sell something. And so step number 1 is to find something to sell that people want. It's really simple. Like most people, I suppose, not me, but most people like to drink coffee. So if you sell coffee, you're probably going to have some customers. Most people like to eat, like myself. And so if you sell food, you're probably going to have some customers. So find a product that people actually want and use and love. Preferably it's something that they're going to buy over and over again or use over and over again, like, for example, water. So water is great. Everyone pays for it, and people, if they don't drink it, they die. So there's a product that a lot of people actually already purchase. It's something that people use over and over again. Step number 2 is to monetize your social media. What does that mean? It means that you've already got one of these. It's called a smartphone, see that? And most people spend their days just scrolling on this phone, just literally scrolling and reading information. But did you know that this can make you millions of dollars? And there are so many people making money with their phone. I remember as far back as about maybe 9 years ago, I saw this. I think it was a Japanese kid. He was about 5 years old. He made $20 million by making videos on YouTube about toys. And I'm like, well, if that kid can do it, imagine what you could do, right? So, and the third thing, and this is the crucial part about what we do, is find a system or a number of people or things that can work for you to leverage your time. Because if you spend all your time in your business, then basically you're going to be burnt out, and no one wants to be burnt out, right? So that's one thing that I've learned in business, is not getting burnt out. So find an irresistible offer. So this is something that people want, they need, they love. It's a win-win for all. In other words, people buy it or use it and they feel good. You feel good about them buying it from you. There's lots of things about an irresistible offer. You also want something that's not going to be a fad and run out very quickly. A lot of things come and go. And then, they have a period where they sell a lot of things and then they disappear, all right? And then all of a sudden, no one buys them anymore. You want something that's going to last a long time, people are going to keep buying all the time. It's never going to run out. You also want to find an offer or a business to partner with that has a great track record. I've seen it in my very long career. Things come and go all the time. Hundreds and hundreds of companies come and go. Hundreds of businesses come and go. And, you want to make sure that whatever you're doing is going to be there for the long term, because there's no point putting all the time and effort into any business and then it closes its doors a year or two down the track. And you also want to look for something that's going to provide a high return on investment. So, if you put all your time and effort into a business that only pays you a very small amount of money every time you get a customer, you've got to work extra hard to actually make a lot of money. Does that make sense? So basically what I'm talking about here is something called low profit versus high profit. So low profit is where you have hundreds or thousands of customers and then you make a small amount of money on those customers, to make your money. I'll give you an example. A lot of people make YouTube videos and they get paid when you watch the YouTube video. YouTube gives them money, but it's a really small amount. It's like 1 cent every view. So even if you had like 1,000 people watch your hard work, your video that you spent so long putting together, and 1,000 people watch it, you only make $10. And that's a lot of effort to make a small amount of money. And then a lot of times people sell products. They might sell skincare or makeup or anything on the internet, which is great. But if you're selling products that are only a small dollar amount and you're only making $2, $5, $10, $20 per sale, you need a lot of customers and a lot of sales to make a lot of money. Whereas if you sell something that makes hundreds or thousands of dollars per sale per customer, you're going to make money faster and you need far less customers. A great example is, for example, someone that sells real estate or maybe like a high-end car, like a sports car, is they usually make thousands of dollars or even tens of thousands of dollars on a sale. And some of those top-level real estate agents can make as much as $1 million on one of their sales. So, that's where you need less customers, but good quality customers to make money. Does that make sense? I would rather speak to fewer people and spend less time with good quality people than having to please thousands of people to make the same amount of money or less. Now, you can create your own product, and that is that you can try and put something together. You can go to Amazon or eBay or do drop shipping or things like that. And then you can create your own product, but that's just really hard work. And I've seen a lot of people spend years doing that, and then, it just doesn't work and they give up. So usually if you want to make a lot of money, you've got to invest a lot of money. So if you want to make a lot of money, you've either got to buy a franchise or you've got to spend a lot learning and training, or like I said before, luxury cars, you'd have to spend a lot of money to get into that business. And it requires a lot of investment. And just like, say, a franchise, you've got to invest a lot of money. And often that means that you've got to mortgage your house or, borrow money, like a huge sum of money that you'll be paying back for many, many years. And if it doesn't work, you're taking a huge risk. And 80% of businesses fail in their first 2 years of business. So you've got to be very careful. So the other thing too is if you've got a business, and I've been in business for myself, is that you're often managing employees. Maybe you've got stock, you've got to do all the marketing, you do advertising. If you're going to a shop front, you're always in your business. And that means that you're wearing many hats of the business, and you can get burnt out. I often speak to people that have had businesses and they get burnt out. So this is why we've decided to partner with a company called Enagic. Now, Enagic is a Japanese company that's been around this year for 50 years. So they've definitely proven the test of time. Now, they started off as a medical company. In other words, they sold medical devices in Japan to hospitals and dentists. And then later on, they slightly changed their product and made it more home friendly. So why would you need a medical product in your home? Well, quite simply, this product can actually change people's lives in so many different ways because it's a health product. And this ionizer, it's called a medical ionizer, makes 7 different types of water. And I'll go through that a lot more in a moment. And what it means is that you can replace pretty much all the chemicals in your home, throw them all out, because this machine will clean your whole house without chemicals. It has the most amazing drinking water, and it makes water with a small amount of electricity, and then it turns into something called molecular hydrogen. Now, I know you probably haven't heard of that before, but you've probably seen bubbles in water before, or people trying to sell some sort of water device with bubbles in it. Most of it is just a gimmick, where this machine actually creates molecular hydrogen. That has huge medical benefits, proven by hundreds and hundreds of studies, hundreds of doctors, and you can look at all this stuff on YouTube. And it has huge benefits for people's health. So when people drink the water, not only do they feel better, but it often helps people with some of the conditions that they might be suffering from. And I don't know if you know this, but molecular hydrogen has been proven to help with something like 7 out of 10 of one of the most major diseases known to man. So if you think of like the top 10 diseases to man, like heart conditions and things like cancer, molecular hydrogen can help reduce some of those conditions or help or assist with it, which is amazing. All right. Now the company, of course, like I said, it's 50 years old. It's been growing incredibly fast. We've been huge growth, especially in 2020 when the whole world was locked down. We grew 17%. We then grew at like another 23%. Just personally in our business, we grew last year over 100%. So it just shows there's a big demand for this particular product, and it can be sold lots of different ways. And we'll cover that in just a moment. And the best part about it is that it's not just one thing you can do with this machine. There's like 60 different things you can do with this machine, which is amazing. Now, what's also amazing is that the company has a lot of certifications around the world. Like I said, they've been around for 50 years. They've actually got a medical grade certificate for Japan to say that they're a medical product. They've got all the water ISO certificates to say that they're a gold standard, which means that all around the world, the company fits in with all the different countries' standards of water quality, which is super amazing. They're also part of something called the Direct Selling Association, which is like the high establishment in Australia where I'm talking to you from. And that means that they've ticked all the boxes and they're approved to sell in Australia, as they are all over the world in different countries, which is amazing. So that's super cool. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a water ionizer versus a water filter. It does have a filter in it, which does remove some of the chemicals, not everything, and we can talk to you about that later on a bit more. But it does remove most of the bad things, which are things like rust and lime and chlorine and all the bad things. You can see some pictures here of a baby on the left that started drinking the water, and not long after that, drinking the water and bathing in the water, the difference to the skin. So one of the biggest benefits we get from people is they talk about their eczema or skin conditions. And we're not allowed to say this machine cures anything, but we can tell you that a lot of people do drink the water and their skin certainly changes. You can see some photos in there, and that's because the water, you've probably heard this before, it's called alkalized water. So I don't know if you've heard of alkaline water. Well, alkalized water is like the next step up. And this produces antioxidant water. Most people have heard of antioxidant, which means it's actually good for your body. And each glass of water is like drinking 6 cups of green tea. It is absolutely amazing. All the science is there. And this is why people love this machine. Now, there's some other products as well the company makes. So they make the water ionizers. There's a few different models. There's even a model for commercial use. So you can use it in cafes and restaurants and gyms and hairdressers and wellness retreats. People use it for everything. They also make something called a Nespa, which is a shower mineral spa. This product is completely unique. No one else has one of these anywhere around the world. And this product goes into your shower, your bathroom, and removes all the chemicals out of your water. And then it adds Japanese minerals mined from the mountains back into your skin. So when those people go to those Japanese mountains and they pay thousands of dollars, hundreds of dollars to sit in those mineral spas to have all that great minerals, well, literally they've mined those minerals and it goes inside this machine. It's Truly amazing. The other product they have as well is something called Ukon, and that comes in the form of turmeric and curcumin and flaxseed oil. And they make that in a soap or a capsule. And those benefits, well, everyone knows the benefits of turmeric, and it is really quite life-changing for many people. Now, I happen to have Jen on the call. And Jen, recently you just got your products delivered and you've used them. Did you want to quickly share maybe what's changed for you since you started using the products?
Yeah, thanks, David. Yeah, we've purchased our K8 in the end of November last year. So we've had it now for 2 months, and within 2 weeks of drinking only the K8 water, I had knee surgery from a torn ACL about 8 years ago playing netball, and ever since then I've had constant pain and discomfort in my knee. Within 2 weeks of drinking that water and not changing any other part of my diet, I've got no pain in my knee anymore. Like, the swelling has gone, and I can only put it down to the water. At that stage, we didn't have our Yukon, but we've just received that this week. So even more excited to get the turmeric into my system to help with any inflammation that's going on. And I remember when I first met you, David, and you were talking about being a water snob. Well, I'm 2 months in and I'm a damn water snob.
We are.
We both are water snobs now, and I just won't drink water anywhere else. And we take our water bottles everywhere. I've got a big 5-litre bottle, glass bottle at work that I take my my K8 water in every 2 days. And I just can't stand the smell of Gold Coast water, like yourself, live on the Gold Coast. And then, yeah, our Nespa. Well, I love having my shower, and I even clean my teeth in the shower now because I can't stand rinsing my mouth after not using the K8 water. So yeah, it's definitely changed our perspective on drinking water, and
Awesome.
yeah, won't leave home without our K8 water.
I love it. Thanks so much, Jen. And you know, that's what we do. We become water snobs, you know, and I've heard people say that term so many different times. And I'm the same. I take water with me everywhere I go. When my partner goes out, she takes 2 liters with her everywhere she goes. We take our water camping. I even took it to one of the most expensive restaurants in Sydney in December, and everyone was drinking whatever they were drinking. I was drinking my water because once you've drunk it, you don't want to drink anything else. So thanks so much, Jen, for sharing. And I'm glad that has, you know, already benefited you already, yourself and Mick, of course. That's fantastic.
Definitely.
Awesome. So as I mentioned before, there's over 60 different uses for this water, like 60, which is crazy. And there's some of them on the screen there. So you can clean your whole house with water. It's quite crazy. You can sanitize your hand. You can use it on cuts. The pets love it. The kids love it. You can clean your windows with it. You can take it with you when you're traveling. It's incredible. This water has so many uses that if you just use the water and use the machine, people will save hundreds and hundreds of dollars each year just on cleaning products. And never mind, of course, what they're going to save by not buying that horrible plastic bottled water elsewhere. But just the actual machine has so many uses that it'll pay for itself within a few years just by saving money on cleaning products, which of course are filled with chemicals, and we know what chemicals do to us, right? So the other thing too, of course, is this company, like I mentioned, has been around for 50 years, and we're super excited because this year we're all flying to Japan, to Okinawa, to the company, and we're going to be celebrating the company's 50th year. We're super excited, and we're actually even chartering our own private airline to go over there. So I think it comes with the water snobs. Maybe, I don't know, we're not plain snobs, but we just thought it was a good idea to actually rent out an airliner and put all these people on the airliner and spend 9 hours traveling to Japan, to Okinawa, and celebrating, you know, how exciting this company is and how we're so excited about, you know, how we've all changed our life thanks to this company. So that's pretty exciting. That's coming up soon. Now, the other thing too, apart from the amazing drinking water, is that if you want to, so people can buy the water, and I'll go through in a moment, explain how people can find out about the water, is you can actually sell the water to people if you want to. You can become a franchisee of the company. Now, you can imagine if you've got a product that a lot of people want and the company allows you to sell it anywhere around the world on the internet, you would think they would charge a lot of money to actually become a franchisee, and I don't blame them if they did. In fact, if you wanted to buy like a cleaning franchise or a Jim's mowing franchise, you're probably upwards of, $20,000, $30,000 to get one of those. If you wanted to buy a bigger franchise, we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars. But this company allows you to sell their products, and they don't actually charge you for being a franchisee. The only requirement is that if you invest in one of their products, if you buy one of their products from them, you can actually become a distributor and then sell these anywhere around the world. And I'll explain how we sell them, because it's not what you think, in just a moment. So why would you sell them? Well, apart from the fact that you love them, you drink the water, and you're enjoying the products, why wouldn't you share it with other people? Because I know for me, if anyone mentions water, I'm like, have you tried my water? Because it's so good. If anyone comes to my home, they're filling up their water containers because the water's so good. And the company will pay you very, very handsomely. Remember I said before about low ticket and high ticket? Well, if you just sell one machine to one person, the company will pay you 365 Australian dollars, which is pretty good indeed, or 340 US dollars for one sale. However, most people actually buy all the products. So most people buy all 3 products, or they even buy 4, and I've seen people buy 5 products. Why would they buy all 5 products? Because a lot of people want the water, and then what they do is they buy a machine for their family, for their elderly parent, for their kids, or maybe they buy a spare machine to share with people the water so people can experience the water. So most people buy 3 to 4 products as a normal thing, but even if they just bought 1 product, you get paid $365. If you look in the left-hand corner there of your screen, it says there 1 to 2 sales, you make $365 a product. And it doesn't take very long to make a couple of sales. And then once you've made a couple, you're earning $730 per product. Now, if anyone's watching this with a business mind and you know numbers a little bit, then you're probably looking at the right-hand side of your screen already, because I would definitely be drawn to the right-hand side of the screen where it says K8 Quad. Now, I know it doesn't mean anything to you guys, but what that means is that when people buy 4 products from you, this is how much the company pays you for buying 4 products from you. It actually starts at $900, $942 is the starting point. And then once a couple of sales are made, it goes up. You can see there 1884, 2,800, etc. to right up to $5,500. Now, this is per customer. So this is like for one person buying it, this is how much the company pays you at all the different levels in the business, because there's different levels in the business. And the more sales you make, then the more money you earn, and the more the company gives you a pay rise. But what's really great is that you don't have to make all the sales. So what I mean by that is that it's not completely up to you, because you can imagine when you've got all these franchisees around the world, like I have, I've got all these people around the world, like Jen and Mick and Ian and Sanam and Lisa are watching here, all these people around the world, they're making sales for me. And whenever they make a sale, I get paid too. Just like McDonald's, like every time someone buys a burger, the owner of the McDonald's gets some money, and then the person that owns the whole group of McDonald's gets some money, and then the founders get some money. Like everyone gets a little bit, but in this case, a little bit is actually a lot. So every time someone purchases from you, you make a sale, whether that's a direct sale from you or they buy from someone in your franchise. And that's the power and the magic of Enagic, is that it is the only company that I've heard of that pays this much commission when you sell a product. It's absolutely incredible. And the other reason why people might want to start a business with the company is that they also pay bonuses when you reach certain levels in the company, and they also have the opportunity later on when you build your business to get to something called a legacy income. Legacy income means that you can get to a certain level in the business and the company will keep paying you money every month, regardless of whether you're doing your business. So here's the incredible thing. If you leave your job or you quit your business, the money stops coming in. But with Enagic, even at the lower levels, you can still keep getting money if sales are still being made in your organization, which is pretty incredible. And for me, I'm heading for the one in the middle, the 6A2-3. That's where I'm going this year, so that the company will pay me $5,000 US minimum each month for the rest of my life. And I can will that to my children, which is pretty incredible. So we've already got a number of people who have reached these ranks in our business, and they're now receiving money every single month like they've never had before. So one of the reasons why a lot of people come to the business and they stick with it for a long time is they're looking for that residual income which the company offers. And I'm just sharing some shots here from some of the results from just some of the people in our business. Now, you can come into this business and you could do absolutely nothing and you earn absolutely nothing, just like a job. If you don't show up, you won't get paid, right? If you don't go to your business and open the door and don't let customers in, you will get paid zip, absolutely nothing. But if you do what we say is the right thing to do, and if you help people and you follow our training, this is just some examples of some people that have completely changed their life from following our system. How long it takes to get there is completely up to you. As I mentioned, some people might not earn any money because they don't do anything. Some people just buy the products, but there's a lot of people completely changing their life and really just, retiring their husbands, retiring their wife, leaving their jobs because of the income that's available here, which is absolutely amazing. So that was only step one, find the product. Step two, monetize your socials. What does that mean? Well, as I mentioned before, everyone's got one of these. And if you found your way here, it means that you're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever it is, you're on one social media platform or multiple. And that means that you saw, or you were invited by a post, and that's why you're here. So that's what we call monetizing your socials. So what that means is that you can attract people to your social media from anywhere around the world, and you can do that with your smartphone. So if you're just using a smartphone for entertainment, that's great, but why not earn money from it? Now, we do this with something called attraction marketing. So most people in the business don't actually do like workshops and demonstrate the machine to people. You can absolutely do that if you want to. But me personally, I'd rather just market my business online and have people come to me that want to change their life. Does that make sense? So that's how we do the business. So I know in the past I've done businesses where I've had to sort of reach out to every single person I know. And on my old days of selling, I'd be going through my phone book on my phone, and I'll be literally every single person I'll be ringing up and say, you want to buy something from me? You want to buy something from me? I've never done that in 6 years, right? I just will never do that. What I do is I teach you, and we teach you how to attract people that are actually looking for these products and are actually looking to earn income online. Just like any company would advertise on TV or on the radio, and then you would be attracted to that, and then you would go and buy those products. Does that make sense? So there's a couple of different types of marketing that we do. So one of it's called organic, and organic just means organic is chemical free, but it means that it is free. It doesn't cost you anything, just your time. So organic marketing is where you would use your social media, again, your phone, and we teach you how to attract people to you, and all that costs you is your time. That's it, okay? And paid marketing is where you've seen those ads on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and they pop up and people are selling shoes and jewelry and whatever else they're selling. We would teach you how to do those ads to pop up so that people would reply to you and they want to know more about what you're doing or the product. Okay, so when you use both these types of marketing, they're both super effective, and you can either do it for free or you can do it with paid advertising. And we teach you how to do both, which is really awesome. One can be very, very quick and one can take time, and it's all up to you. So you put in the time and effort that you require to get where you want to go. Some people just do it for 30 or an hour a day, 30, 60 minutes a day. Whereas some people, if they're really in a situation where they want to change their life, they might turn this into a full-time career. Now, once you've attracted these people, then who's going to teach them? Who's going to train them? Who's going to talk to them? Who's going to show them how to do the same thing as you so we can repeat and build our franchise around the world? Well, that's where we come in. So we teach you something which is part 3, which is automated sales and systems. And that is basically getting everyone that comes to you and in the business trained so you don't have to train them. All right. So you don't have to be the person that teaches them everything, which consumes a lot of time. I know I've been there and done that before, but we actually have a system that teaches everyone to do exactly what you do. And that's what we call automation. And that's all included in our platform. So can you imagine if you have people coming to you and then you have a system like a university or a college or TAFE, whatever you want to call it, that teaches people everything. So there's teachers there, they teach everything. So you're not doing that. You're just out there finding new people, and then people could learn everything, and you could learn everything how this works for less than a cup of coffee a day. Would it be worth it? Absolutely. How much money do people spend on coffee, especially takeaway coffees? It's crazy. So instead of having to spend $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 to go to university, there is no university for what we do. So we created our own university online, and you can access this training for just a few dollars a day. So welcome to the Freedom Era. It's a digital platform that teaches you everything in one place. So we teach you how to attract people on social media. We teach you how to, say the right things to people. We teach you how to leverage your time so that everyone else can follow what you do and you can learn as you go along. So over a period of time, you'll master your skills, which is absolutely amazing. And so we have some great trainers inside the academy that will teach you. And most of these people are people that have made a huge sum of money online, not just in our business, but in all different types of businesses. So we get these professionals, they come into our business and they teach everything about the business, teach everything about online marketing and training. If you were to hire these people, you'd be spending thousands and thousands of dollars just for their training. I can tell you right now, looking at one of these people in the picture, she charges $100,000 a year for her coaching and training. Another man I can see in the picture, the guy with a hat on, he charges $5,000 US to be coached by him in his training. And you get access to all these people for less than a cup of coffee a day, which is absolutely amazing. Now, Lisa's watching. Lisa, you've had access to this training for quite some time now. Tell us a bit about what the training has done for you.
Thanks, David. Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa from the Gold Coast. And when I joined this community a few years back, I had no real experience in direct selling or, anything to do with what I'm doing now. And being able to access this training, which is all in one portal, it's everything that you need to be successful in this business, spending just, a few hours a week really getting in and diving in and, the masterminds and all the things that David's talked about. It gave me the confidence to move forward and be successful in this business. It gave me access to people that I would never have been able to access if I hadn't been part of this platform. It gave me, opportunity to grow myself. There's mindset work. So, and having access to these coaches helped me with my mindset and gain confidence just in myself and my own growth. But it really, for someone who didn't know anything about this business, it really gave me the confidence to understand what the business is about, monetize my socials, do ads if I needed to on any of the social media platforms, and just really gain the knowledge that was needed without having to go anywhere else. So that for me was amazing. I didn't need to spend any money anywhere else because it's all there for me. So it's been a game changer for me, David, and I don't think that I would still be here if I hadn't had access to all that training.
Fantastic. Thanks, Lisa. And I can tell you've had the training just the way you're speaking on camera, compared to when I first knew you. Like, you're very confident. The words are flowing very easily, and, you're very confident on social media. And that's what people are looking for in business. They're looking for confident people to coach them and train them and mentor them. So you're living proof that it works, Lisa. So thanks so much for jumping out and sharing that with everybody. That's fantastic. Now, part of this whole system is when you get started with the system, we go through something called a discovery process. And this is an amazing transformational process where you spend literally a few hours answering some questions that people haven't asked you before that'll really make you think about where you want to go, what are your dreams, like what do you really want for you and your family. And at the end of this training, you'll get access to one of our coaches and you'll have a 45-minute coaching session as part of this. And they're going to find out, what do you really want in life? Like, what is it that's going to make you be a success, and why do you want that? Why do you want to get out of your job or your business, etc.? So super amazing value, and that's all included. So as I mentioned, like, some of the education that we're supplying here is really first class. It comes from people that have earned, millions of dollars on the internet. And funny, the lady in the picture there, Regan Healy, I mentioned her before, you know, only a few years ago, she was a waitress. Like that's what she did for a living. She was just a waitress. And literally, she is now not only a multiple seven-figure earner, but she's one of the most sought-after coaches in the entire world, all because she didn't want to keep waiting on tables all the time. So you get access to all this training, which is really, really cool. Now, we also have this amazing bonus, which comes with everything, and it's our community. And when I got started, I didn't know what this community thing was, what they were talking about. All I knew is I watched a couple of videos and I was really excited and I wanted to buy the products. But then I found this community of people that all help each other and they all want each other to succeed. So think of it like a sporting team where you've got all your fans and they're all cheering you on to win the game or win the gold medal, whatever. And our community comes with everything I just told you, which is super amazing. So instead of people in your life all day maybe putting you down, we're all lifting you up and we're all cheering you on, which is absolutely amazing. And we've had some incredible events over the years, where people have just really transformed their life and had some incredible coaching and one-on-one with some of the best leaders around the planet, as you can see here. So what I might do at this point is I might bring out Robin. I think Robin's on the call. And Robin, I know for you, Robin, personally, she loves the community. Maybe you can tell us, Robin, a little bit about your experience with our amazing community.
Hi, I'm Robin from Calliope, Gladstone, if you don't know that. Look, Kangan Water is the reason that I came into this community, but it's the community that's actually to me here. With the continued support, like dealing with self-responsible, confident and heart-centered people. It's global. It's just amazing. You know, the training platform has everything there and it's all at your fingertips. There's no need to outsource information. Yeah, look, I've built friendships, relationships with like-minded souls, and I have actually had some more support from this community than what I have with the ones closest to me. Yeah, I'm here, I'm staying here, I'm not going anywhere. And it's the community that's holding me here.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Robin. And we definitely can see that. And I can see that on your social media, on your Facebook and your Instagram, and how you just look happy all the time. And, you know, when I first met you, I wouldn't say you're unhappy, but you look completely different now. You're so much more confident. And when you get people cheering you on, you know, and definitely in the last few years, we've definitely wanted people to cheer us on, right? And so this can be the difference between being a success and not being a success. So thanks so much, Robin, for letting people know about that. So your next steps is, if you like what you've seen so far, well, the next step is to really become part of our community and part of our training academy. And as I mentioned, it's less than a cup of coffee a day. So if you're buying coffee or buying drinks and you're spending $5, $6, $10 a day, you can get access to everything I just told you for the first month for $49 US. If you're in Australia, New Zealand, it's about $75, $80, roughly like that per, you know, for the month. For the first month, it's half price. Then it's $99 US after that. So you can get access to all of this training for literally pennies. And remember, this is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars for all this training. And you can go in, you can go and have a look and see if this is for you. Now, if you feel that it's not for you for some reason, you get in, you go through all the training, you watch all the videos, you have a call and you decide it's not for you, we actually refund your money. So you have nothing to lose. And as you've just heard from everyone else, you've got everything to gain. So it really is what I call the no-brainer. Like really, if you've ever decided you want to start a business, make money, work from home or anything like that, imagine just getting started for a few dollars a day. That could completely transform your life. It is absolutely incredible. So what I would say is to get back to the person that invited you here to this call and let them know you want to get started. Also in the recording, I'll drop a link below when you get a recording of this, and then you could just click on the link and get started yourself. So we'd love to see you get started in the community, love to see you change your life. You might just want to buy the products, which is awesome. So get back to the person that invited you here and find out some more information about the products. You can watch some videos, or you might just go, I just want to buy the products and get started. And if you want to do the business, reach out as well. So again, we're in the water business and everyone drinks water. Water is the only product on the planet that people pay for. And if you don't pay for it, you die, right? It's crazy. We get free oxygen. That's free at the moment. But water, we all have to pay for water. Everyone pays for water, whether it comes out of your tap or in a bottle, you know, horrible plastic bottle, but we all pay for water. And water is the most amazing product that we all have to pay for one way or another. Trouble is our water is filled with chemicals. It is absolutely horrible. It's no good for you. It does horrible things to your skin. And if you decide that you want to buy it in a plastic bottle, well, it's costing you a fortune. I'll give you a bit of an example. If you're continuing buying plastic water, thinking that plastic water bottles are good for you, just to give you an idea, most plastic water sells for, you know, anything from a couple of dollars to sort of $8 a litre. You could be spending as much as $150,000, $200,000 over 15 years just buying bottled water. Even if you had home delivery water, you could spend $100,000 buying home delivery water. Now, if we're talking about things like Coca-Cola or anything else on top of that, well, that's more expensive again. I know I bought some water the other day. Sorry, I didn't buy some water the other day. I walked past some water the other day and I looked at it and I was completely taken back at this plastic bottle of water that was selling for $4.85 a litre. And I was like, oh my God, that's just crazy. So you save money with the machine, you feel better, and if you want to, you can turn it into a global business. So that's pretty much ticks the whole trifecta. So as I mentioned, if you want to get started, get back to the person who reached out to you. If you want to learn more about the products, get back to the person who invited you here. We've got some more videos and more education if you want to do that. And I would love to see you part of the Freedom Era community. I would love to see you become one of the water snobs like we all are and drinking this amazing water and changing your life. So thanks so much for watching. My name's David, and I look forward to welcoming you into the community and seeing you drink and use the products and changing your life as well. Thanks guys for watching. Have a great day. Cheers.